Pooja and welcome to Mahabharat Summaries. In the last video, we heard the story of how Devavrata's vow to be celibate and not ascend the throne after King Shantanu got him the name Bhishma, and how he brought Satyavati to the kingdom so that she could be King Shantanu's wife. If you have missed the video, please click on the link that will pop up right now and you can hear the whole story, and also subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the videos that I keep putting up every week. So in today's video, we'll continue with the story. King Devavrat brought Satyavati to King Shantanu, and King Shantanu and Satyavati got married. And they were living a happy married life, and they gave birth to a son who was called as Chitrangada. Chitrangada was extremely brave and clever. After a few years, they bore another son whose name was Vichitravirya. So, when Vichitravirya was still a child, King Shantanu died, and Bhishma, keeping his word, instated Satyavati's son Chitrangada on the throne. So as I said before, Chitrangada was extremely brave and clever and a very good king. He defeated many kings and even some gods and asuras. On hearing of his accomplishments, the king of Gandharvas, who was also called as Chitrangada, challenged him to a duel. This battle between the king of the Kauravas and the king of the Gandharvas, both called as Chitrangada, continued for 3 years, and at last the king of Gandharvas used deception and managed to kill the king of Kauravas, Chitrangada, in the battle. When Chitrangada died, Vichitravirya was still a child, but still Bhishma instated him on the throne as the king, but continued to guide him and continued to protect the kingdom and Satyavati. When Vichitravirya became of marriageable age, Bhishma started looking for prospective matches for Vichitravirya. Then he heard that in the kingdom of Kashi there was a Swayamvar which was being held. So Swayamvar means a ceremony where the princesses of a kingdom choose their own grooms. So he went to Kashi, and when he went there, he saw that the kingdom had 3 beautiful princesses, Amba, Ambika and Ambalika. And there were a host of kings who had gathered there in the hope that the princesses will choose them as their husbands. So Bhishma decided to use the method of force, and he abducted the 3 princesses and put them in his chariot. He then challenged all the kings who had assembled there and told them that if any of them had any objection of him carrying the princesses away, they were welcome to challenge him into a battle and either defeat Bhishma or be defeated themselves. The kings were angered by this behavior of Bhishma, and they attacked him. Bhishma single-handedly defeated all the kings, and he turned his chariot and started taking the princesses away to the kingdom. Just then a king attacked him from behind. This was King Shalva. Bhishma was very much angry on what Shalva did, so he turned his chariot and in his anger killed the horses and the charioteers of Shalva. But he had mercy and he let King Shalva go. He then carried the princesses Amba, Ambika and Ambalika back to the kingdom of Hastinapur and presented them as wives to his brother Vichitravirya. Amba then complained to Bhishma that she was unhappy with this match, and in fact she had already chosen King Shalva as her husband, and even King Shalva wanted to marry her. On hearing this, Bhishma was in an ethical conundrum, and he also discussed with the advisors of the kingdom, and then came to the decision that he would let Prince Amba go back to King Shalva. He then got the other 2 sisters, Ambika and Ambalika, married to Vichitravirya. The 2 sisters and King Vichitravirya had a happy marriage for around 7 years, but then the king succumbed to death and left the 2 sisters childless. So there was no further progeny to take over the throne of Hastinapur. So Satyavati begged to Bhishma that in order of so that the lineage of King Shantanu should continue, he should either father children with his brothers' wives Ambika and Ambalika, or he should at least get married and take over the throne as the king, so that the lineage of King Shantanu can continue. However, Bhishma reminded her of the oath he had taken to never ascend the throne and also to remain celibate and not bear any children. And he said that under no circumstances would he ever go back on his words. So then, who became the kings after King Vichitravirya? Who continued the lineage of King Shantanu? I'll tell you all of this in the next few videos, so keep watching Mahabharat summaries and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.